So now you get to the league, man, in 2016. It's your first time getting named to that Pro Bowl. Man, just take us through a little bit of what that experience was like for you. And at what point did it start to shift for you as a player, man? Because I know from my perspective, watching you, being your teammate during that time frame, it's like, yo, we felt like it was a shift. We're like, yo, he's no longer regular, right? He's like a coach out there, man. He checking calls. He doing his whole thing, man. You go get big turnovers. Like, what was it about that year, man, that kind of like had that thing shift for you, man?
Yeah, that joint definitely changed in 2016, bro. So it was a couple of things that changed, but it's kind of crazy because it was just kind of like my habits and how I kind of approach everything.
Yeah.
The first 2 years, like I knew I was good. I watched film a lot at Ohio State, but I didn't really watch film as much. Like when I was at Ohio State, I used to stay up late and watch film. Like,
yeah.
Like how I watched it here, like most guys after practice, like we practice in the afternoon. I don't know what y'all did at JMU, but we practice in the afternoon.
Same.
So by the time we done with practice will be done at 5, 6, and then guys will go home. And then you got study hall and all that type of stuff. So like I'll do all that study hall and stuff, and then I'll be done around like 7 or 8, and then my teammates will go back to the room. I'll go back to the Woody and watch film.
Man, getting it in.
Yeah, so I like watch an hour or 2 hours of film.
Yeah, I get it.
So, but I didn't do that my first year in the league. So my first year in the league, I didn't do that. Then my second year, I started watching a little bit more film with Will Allen and Will Gay because I was like, man.
Shout out to the vets, man. Shout out to the guys.
And then I was like, man, like, yeah, man, this is. I feel better doing that, but I started getting through. I still had some injuries and stuff. Then my third year, I was starting to watch film more. Then I went to go work out with James.
Shout out to Debo.
Yeah. I went to work out with James my third year, and I ended up like just overall, like I got stronger, so I felt better. But then I also started to know how to take care of my body because I saw the stuff that he was doing. Yeah. So I was taking care of my body.
Take the trip to AZ one time, man. Learn from the guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, but at the time as well, I had hired my best friend to be my trainer, and his name Jerome.
Shout out.
And the thing that's so funny with Jerome is everybody know their friend group. Everybody know the friend that's a F up. Everybody know the friend that say he gonna do something, not gonna do it. Everybody know the one that's dead serious. Everyone knows the one that's gonna joke around.
Yeah.
And Jerome out of my friend group is the one that's dead serious. He say he gonna do something,
He doing it.
he doing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey man, like I think I really might want you to be my trainer. Would this be something that you're interested in? Because he majored in like kinesiology or something.
Okay,
in school.
yeah.
So then he was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna look into it. And so I was like, man, I really want you to. So can you come train out here with me when I'm working with James? So then he started coming out with me, James, and then, but I still want to work out during the regular season. So then I ended up having him move to Pittsburgh. Then he ended up moving to Pittsburgh, and I started working out in the mornings. So me and him would work out in the mornings, and we started working out in the mornings at like 6. Because I mean it was at 9. That means at 8:30 now. I mean it's at 9. So we'll work out at 7, and then I get to the facility at 8.
Jeez.
And I'll watch film from 8 to 9. Right? So then I was like, man, I like this. I'm watching film. But I was watching film with Mike Mitch at the time. So like Will Gay and Will Allen would help me a lot at first. And then I started watching film with Mike Mitch. And I was like, hey man, Mike, man, like put some run tape on, you know, because he was a safety. He
was always coverage,
He was always coverage. And then like I would watch like probably like, the first 2 or 3 weeks with him. And I was like, put some run tape on. He was like, man, I'll put run tape on when you get in before me. That's what he said.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so then he like
shout out, yeah.
So basically he was just like, nah.
Yeah, I already dig it.
Yeah. So
you want to watch Run Tape, you get in here before me. Then go watch what you want to watch.
Yeah, right. So basically, then like I think the next week I was like, all right. So I ended up telling Jerome, hey, you cool? We can start working out a little earlier. So we ended up working out earlier, and I got in at 7, and then I'll watch a film an hour before Mike got in.
Man.
And then he'll be watching it at 8.
Yeah.
And so we'll be watching, but then now like I'm controlling the thing, but we watching what he want to watch at 8.
Right.
So then I was like, man, I like this a lot, and I started making more plays, and then like halfway through the season, I'm like, hey, Jerome, let's go up an hour earlier. so then we'll start working out at 5. I get to the facility at 6.
Yeah.
So I'm watching film from 6 to 9 every day.
Bro.
And then so that helped me out tremendously. And then I just start really locking in. And when I start watching, because every day I'll watch this, like watch certain things, and then I start seeing people's tendencies, and I'm like, all right, first, second down, they do this. But I'm watching 3 hours of it, and then I'll go back, and then every Friday after Winning Edge, me and Coach T, no, it wasn't Friday, we'll have Winning Edge. Then every Saturday after the walkthrough or before the walkthrough, me and Coach T would like break down how him and Butts like to call games. So then he'll tell me like, all right, this is what he's thinking, and then he'll tell me like, all right, I want you to watch film, and then you call out basically like you actually call? Like, what would you call?
Man.
So then I started doing that by myself, and then on like Saturday nights we'll be doing stuff, and then I'll be watching film, and I'll be like, Sam Fire Zone on this one, or cover 3. Like I'll actually like call the plays as if we'll call them.
Wow.
And then people wristband, y'all had like y'all had this regular plays on it. Then I had like the whole playbook. So it was just but me and Coach T would like talk about that type of stuff, and then even in the training camp, I tell Coach T like my goals and stuff like that. Then he'll tell me, hey Ryan, like if that's the goals you're trying to set, if whenever you making calls and things like that, think about like what's best for your teammates when you're making calls. Always think about what's best for your teammates when you're making calls. All the stuff that you're thinking about, like that stuff will happen if you just try to do what's best for your teammates. And what's so crazy is like that's when I'll start being on the field, because once I knew the playbook, I was just like this.
Right.
Because in that 3 hours, Denzel would send me the plays the night before. So when I'm watching the film,
shout out to Denzel, who's now the outside linebackers coach out there, man. Right. Heck yeah, dude.
It's
Heck
crazy.
Yeah.
So he'll send me the night, like, so when I was telling you about the coaches, when we up all night discussing plays, when they done with the plays, he's sending the night before. So when I wake up in the morning, I got the plays, and then I used to draw out every play on my notebook, and then write down like, all right, in this coverage I got this. In that coverage, I got this.
Meticulous, man. Yeah.
So like I was when I played, I was super meticulous. Like, and then so by the time everybody got the butts, already watched all the film that he about to put up there. Already got all the plays. So then you remember like sometimes they'll be like, oh, we're doing this and that, and then I used to be like, yo, like because I already
ahead of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'll do that, and then I'll just check the plays, and then when Coach said in the summer, make a play call, or if you checking a play, or make it as if somebody's in a situation, or he'll say before practice. And in training camp, we used to talk almost every day before practice. It would be like short. He do it with quarterbacks too. And he'll be like, all right, today, Ryan, we're going to have 2 minutes, but Butts ain't going to give you no calls.
So you make it every day?
Yeah. But he didn't do it every day. Yeah. But he'll be like, hey, we're going to do 2 minutes, but you making the calls. Or he'll be like, hey, Ryan, like, today I'm going to need you to bring more energy today. Or today I'm going to need you to just be pissed off on somebody.
Yeah.
Just to like help.
He challenging you, finding different ways to make you a better player and help you elevate your teammates.
Yeah. So then if I was out there and I just see AB, if we in Buster and I see TJ out there and there's AB out there.
Please save us.
Yeah.
Save us.
So before, people didn't really have to,
ability to check. Yeah, you stuck with it.
So then I look and I'm like, yo, this is a terrible play call. Yeah. Hey, so then I'll be like, hey, Sam Fire Zone. So now TJ blitzing
and now you got the coverage on it. It's different.
Yeah, but a lot of times I'll put myself in terrible coverage to be able to let TJ blitz or something, or give somebody else like Chicolo opportunity. Like, it's like I might not be able to cover AB, but if I'm just in the way,
you're going to do a way better job of covering him than Chick, TJ, me, or anybody else doing that time.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it allowed me to be able to let y'all do what y'all good at, get in the way. And then if I'm just in the way, I could tip it or something, or I can just be a big area to let somebody get a sack. Or, for instance, if I hear them checking to me, then Vince can blitz or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, and then me and him used to watch film in the morning together too. So
Shake and bake, man.
Yeah, that used to help us a lot. Yeah, so
no, I like that right there, man. It makes sense why you went from here. You left us. You was like, yo, he's up there now. He's in the heavens. That's it.
But it just
he got the glow going on, man.
Nah, bro, it just because at the beginning of the year, me and Coach T would talk, but then we were talking training camp. But then throughout the year, I got just challenged by Mike because he was just like, "Hey, just come in earlier." Man. If he never said that, I don't think I would know. I'll be good, but
but yeah,
that doesn't help me.
Shout
and
then, out,
then the next year, I was doing all that stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was just I was ready.
That's what we like. Yo, he's a coach on the field, bro. It's like, yo, we was here for 4 years. Nobody was checking that before. Shay started. Yeah, we checking this card. Like, he got the juice. He doing it in games. Yo, he real now. It's real.
And then it was kind of cool because I did it a few times in the preseason, and like it made it feel alive because Coach T seen it, Butt seen it, and then sometimes when I'll make checks, especially when I'll make some checks, like we'll get turnovers or like we'll get plays happening. Yeah. So then it's like, all right, well at least he know what he doing.
Right, you validated. Yeah.
But if you out here checking stuff and they score a touchdown, hey, bro.
Don't you ever again.
Hey, shut up. Hey, don't talk. And then, sometimes it's good to be able to do that because if you, the biggest thing is a lot of times coaches don't give people the ability to do that because a lot of dudes, they're going to check to what they want it to be.
Yes.
Instead of checking to what the coaches are thinking or what's good in the situation.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
It's almost selfless, even though as the outsiders, we view it as like, yo, you got full autonomy. You got the sticks. But you're looking at it as, man, I'm going to check this because it's going to help you out. It's going to help you out.
Yeah, or it's just like, this is a bad defense.
Right, you see what I mean?
Like I can see we called a play and it's like we're in cover 2 because we're thinking they about to pass. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, no, they're about to run the ball right now.
We need
I watched the film. Like, I understand the personnel, but they're about to run the ball. Hey, check 3. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, the first few times I did it, everybody's like, oh, what are you doing?
What you doing? Yeah,
but then people start like always had their P's and Q's on now, and it's like, all right, cool. And that's why I was able to do that at that moment because we was practicing it and we'll do it in the game.
Yeah.
Coach Bus didn't like when you do it in practice that much because obviously you trying to tailor stuff.
Yeah, he want a certain look. Yeah.
But after a while, it was like, all right, it makes sense. So.
Yeah. Now I could dig that, man. Definitely could dig that.